What's up, guys? Welcome back to Unhinged Society, and today we will be having another discussion video. We're going to be taking a look at to where the possible 100 stat points could be placed for Chandelure's Mega Evolution. Now, Mega Chandelure hasn't been officially confirmed or revealed by the Pokemon Company, but again, we do have Central Leaks, and earlier this year, Central Leaks dropped a list on Twitter of about 26 Megas. And so far, every single Mega that the Pokemon Company has revealed has been on that list. So we are going to continue to listen to Central Leaks, and we're going to go ahead and get into the discussion video. Now, as for the design, it is basically a concept off of the descriptions that Central Leaks has released. So with that being said, going off the description, we're going to go ahead and try to figure out where some of these stat points could be placed. Now, looking at Mega Chandelure's design right off the bat, and we are going to be using this section here to allocate stat points from, it looks a lot bulkier. 90 defenses isn't bad at all, and going off of its design, I'm willing to bet that its defense stat goes up to at least 110, right? So we're going to go ahead and take 20 points from that, leaving us with 80. Because its defenses are the same, I think its special defense should also be 110, which is going to leave us with 60. Now, I'm not going to give anything to the attack, which is pretty much optimal. You know, sometimes Game Freak likes to give stats to Pokemon that they don't really use, like giving special attack to Mega Charizard X, but it is what it is. I do think its special attack stat will jump pretty considerably. I think its special attack stat, we could see maybe 170 from that. So I'm going to give it an addition to its special attack stat. I'm going to go ahead and jump 25 points. That's going to leave us with 35 in the bank. Now, the best case scenario would be for Mega Chandelure to honestly just get all of these sent back to its speed stat, but who knows? 115 speed on this would be godly. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it. Left with 0. Now with the speed stat of 115 and a timid nature, we're looking at 361 speed, which if I'm not mistaken is the same as Mega Absol. 351 speed on a fire and ghost type would be absolutely amazing. 170 special attack. We're looking at 439 if we run a timid nature, and we're looking at 482 with a modest. You know, I already know the defenses would be 150 in each if you ever went defensive. Again, for the whole list of these leak mega videos that I will be doing, I'm going to be hope maxing to the fullest potential, because I'm always going to go for optimized spreads, but I can't say the same for Game Freak and the Pokemon Company. So the best case scenario for Mega Chandelure would be 60 HP. Hopefully they don't touch the attack stat at all. If the only thing I would say for the attack stat is to subtract from it and put those stat points to something else, but they're probably going to give its attack stat a boost. I don't know why they would, but it's Game Freak. Defense stats of 110, solid as hell. They might just go 100, which I can live with. Defense stats of 100. Special attack stat of 170. I can see them maybe doing 160. Going over 170 would be insane. I think 170 is pretty safe. Like, 170 is a good stat, special attack stat for Chandelure. And speed, 115. Because of what they did with Mega Metagross, I think that Chandelure would get a speed boost stat that makes it pretty viable. But you never know. I'm hope maxing. I'm hoping for the best. This thing does get some pretty decent moves. Let's look at its status moves. It gets Calm Mind, it gets Acid Armor, it gets Pain Split, it gets Trick Room, which is VGC coded. It doesn't really get anything else outside of this. It gets Psych Up, but who runs Psych Up Chandelure? Will-O-Wisp for defensive sets, or I mean, you only have an option to run defensive if you're doing Will-O-Wisp. As a Fire and Ghost type, you're not really going to be taking a lot of hits, a lot of neutral hits. Yeah, unless it gets new moves, it's going to be running pretty much Calm Mind, or it's going to just straight up be an attacker. Special, we've got Flamethrower, Overheat, Shadow Ball, Dark Pulse, Energy Ball. Pretty solid. It doesn't have a lot of special moves, but it has everything that it needs to get by. So yeah, I think we will see good things from Mega Chandelure if it does get an optimized stat spread like this, but I can only hope max for the best. So if you guys liked this video, drop a like, comment, let me know what you think your prediction for Mega Chandelure would be. And with that being said, that is it for this video. I will catch you guys in the next one. Happy October and peace out.